here. So this is our Veer release. This is just doing it on air. We've got a lot of different ways we can work on it. So what we talked to them about, these are both right side linemen. They're trying to escape a right side 5 technique or a right side 3 technique if they were guards. What we want them to do is step over and up, basically our T-board step that we start practice with. We want to make sure we get our second step down, all right, with a base. We don't want to cross over the plane of our first step. And as we take our second step, we want to touch the ground, kind of violently touch the ground, so we turn our shoulders so we take away the surface from the 5 technique to squeeze them.
Okay. So you don't talk to him about ripping the backside arm through, grabbing grass, none of that stuff?
Well, I talk to them about touching the ground and sometimes ripping through, whatever they feel more comfortable with. But the whole point of it is this. If you rip through, the point of ripping through is this. Here are your shoulders, is you get your shoulders to do this. So you take away that surface. I kind of like ripping through for the interior guys because it's a midline. A lot of time you rip through, there's a linebacker in your face and stuff. Yeah. The outside guys, I'm okay with them touching the ground because it's usually a high pursuit linebacker. Right. If it was more of a downhill linebacker, I would rather them rip rather than touch the ground.
Makes sense.
Because when you touch, sometimes your eyes kind of go down. And if I got a downhill backer, I tell my guys too, if I start to veer and the 5 steps out, so I'm not getting a squeeze, forget all the touching the ground because you may have a linebacker hitting you in the face. You know what I mean? So this is really working technique versus a heavy squeezer.
Which you probably get a lot. I mean, they want to get their hands on you.
We do unless you got some kind of game going on.
Yeah.
Again, so just on air, or T-board right, or over and upright, get our second step down with a base. And as we take our second step, we want to touch the ground or rip through. And the purpose of that is to change our shoulder pad level. So we take away that off shoulder so that 5 technique or that 3 technique has nothing to squeeze. But I think the big key is the footwork here. Is get that second step down with the base. Okay, and you want to rip through or you want to touch the ground as you're taking your second step. That's key. A lot of them try to do it off their first step and it gets them all.
Yeah.
And it actually makes them go higher. As you're taking your second step. T-board over, second step down, touch the ground, take away the shoulder, work vertical. T-board over, second step down, touch the ground, change your pad level. Shoulder pad level, alright? And then maybe I can find that drill today too if they filmed it.
How far is the goalpost and those head?
Alright, so what we got is you got an outside shade here on the right. The goalpost is there to make you stay vertical so you don't run down inside. Okay? So this is a nice friendly reminder if you don't. Alright, we get a 3-foot split here, no different than what we would play in. Okay? And the bag holder here obviously has the ability to squeeze you as you go through here. But what we're looking for is the same thing. T-board over, get our second step down. As we take our second step, we want to dip our shoulder, and we typically put a linebacker over there, and he will have a downhill linebacker and over top the linebacker to make them react to that.
Do you talk to them about shimmying their feet, coming to balance? What do you talk to them about when they're blocking in space with a second level?
So what I tell them, without a doubt, so you T-board over, you get your second step down, and once you clear here, you got to become a football player again. You got to get the base again. You know what I mean? You got to kind of find yourself. You got to snap your head up. You got to get a base. All right, and as you make contact, we like to, on downhill linebackers, put our face in their sternum with tight elbows and hands, unlock our hips with a wide base and short choppy steps.
Yeah, you talked about nose and sternum today.
Right, no doubt. This would be no different.
What's the biggest error or Veer release that you have to work through?
A lot of times as they take their footwork, is they T-board over and then the second step crosses over.
Okay.
So now you have no foundation. So if you get squeezed and your feet are crossed over, you're going to get knocked inside.
Yeah.
So I think one of the keys is to get your second step down with a base.
It's all about that second step.
No doubt.
Looks like he gets knocked a little bit here.
Yeah, he does. But see, when he gets hit, look where his base is.
Yeah.
But those are the 2 drills we'll do other than, we actually, I don't know if I have it on drill, sometimes we'll line up with a defensive an offensive lineman there and just kind of squeeze their shoulder as they go through.
Today you had him with
There you go.
right tackle.
Right tackle. Good squeeze, pretty heavy.
Give me no dot on, coach, so I can.
Got a right tackle here. Keyboard over. Second step down. Really looks like he kind of a little more rip than he does touch the ground. Doesn't it? Nice little rip through. Yeah, doesn't do a great job on the linebacker, but gets a piece of it.
So you're okay with them being touched by the? I mean, you want to avoid that at all costs. Looks like he almost leans into him here. I know some guys teach.
So what we want to do is here's what we got to understand, and if you don't mind break this out. So what we're trying to do is where's the play going? So this kind of cuts up, but this is an outside play. So this guy understands when he veers, he's got to get vertical because he can't let this backer beat him over the top.
Okay.
Where if it were an inside play like a 32, I would let him run down in here a little more. All right, but on this particular play, I want him to get vertical, and if the guy squeezes me, he squeezes me. Now you can see where the guy ends up running out after he squeezes him, so the quarterback has to turn back up inside of him.
You're talking inside Veer versus outside Veer.
Inside Veer, this is
a
a double out. This is a double option, counter option.
I got you.
But if it's inside Veer, he might go inside a little tighter. Sit back.
Yep, right guard.
Right guard. All right, so here's another thing we do. So when we run our midline, we get a 2-eye technique. We go ahead and veer it. If this guy steps away, we just keep climbing. All right, and his technique is no different than what it would be. T-board over. That's what I told you. With our interior guys, I don't want him touching the ground with downhill linebackers. So as he goes to veer and he knows this guy steps away, well, obviously a linebacker, this is a great play for combos too. I'll show you. So we're still working on the right guard here. Fits up the backer, nose in his sternum. I mean, that's a perfect fit up. The back can run off of it. And on the back side of this play, we got one of our combo blocks where the center is going to try to deliver this guy back to the guard. You got a little inside kind of M stunt, we call it.
Yep.
Where the center just keeps working his track. And the backside guard turns on the guy that loops out. So this play we love versus interior line movements.
Midline.
Right guard. There you go.
Yep.
Over and up. Interior slant. Again. Nice veer here. Over and up. Two's away. Stay on track with the veer. Fit up the backer. Nice combo on the backside.
So if that 2-eye just stayed in that A gap, does he still read? I mean, it looks like he's just gonna.
Yeah, so if he stayed in the A gap, the quarterback would pull it and it'd be a quarterback ISO play.
Yeah. Forgive me, Coach, I'm not a flex bone guy. I know these guys be laughing at me if I ask that question.
You're actually asking really good questions not to be a flex ball guy, because I think you understand football.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. It's not, it kind of is a little different deal, but at the end of the day, it is